Thank you.
I think this is a quick one. Mayor DeStefano, I believe you're first. What's the biggest mistake you've made in your current job, and what would you do differently if you had a second chance at it?
2 minutes.
Trying to build a mall at the intersection of I-95 and I-91.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
And not for the reason that you think of just the traffic. I tried to swing for the fences and deliver a project that didn't play to our strengths. And what you've seen happen in New Haven over the last dozen years is you've seen crime cut 40%. There's not a vacant building in downtown New Haven that's not under rehab. We've seen our school dropout rate cut in half. The year I became mayor, we graduated 631 kids from our public schools. This past year, we graduated 1,000. I want you to think about what that means. 400 more kids a year making it to graduation, more possibility, more opportunity. 82% of them went on to 2 or 4 years school. That's higher than the state average. 137 of them this past year got accepted into the alma mater of Kathy, Dan, and myself, UConn. The fact is, the mall, not a good idea, but we've had lots of good ones at the same time.
Governor Rell, 2 minutes.
I was actually trying to think of the worst thing that possibly could have happened, and I'd have to tell you, I don't see it. Instead, I really do see the good things that we've done over the last 2 years. The mayor talks about education, and I'm glad that the state was able to help out the city of New Haven in helping to fund that education. But I want to talk about the people of Connecticut and what I see happening right here. Let me tell you about the University of Connecticut, your alma mater, and we talk about how great we have become. We have invested almost $2 billion in that university over the last couple of years. It is now the first-class university, the first-choice university for public higher education in New England. When I think about us attracting more valedictorians and salutatorians than ever before at that school, I'm proud of Connecticut. You know, I said this way back early, probably in May at the convention. Some candidates will continue to tear our state down in order to build themselves up. Well, I, for one, won't take it. That is a disservice to the students who are working so hard to graduate and to get into college, to the workers who go to work every single day and proudly bring home their paycheck and try to make ends meet and figure out how they're going to address their family's needs. And I won't take it for all of the people who work for the state of Connecticut, who go to work every day, and 99.9% of those people do a hard work every single day, and they're proud of the job they do. I've talked to social workers who go home at night, and they cry when they think about what happens under their watch when some child is abused, and they wonder, could they have done more? These are the kind of things that I'm proud of in Connecticut, and I'm working hard every day to address those needs. If there's only one regret, it is that we can't do more in every single aspect of state government's life.
Thank you. The time has come for closing statements. Each of the candidates has 2 minutes, and we will begin with Mayor DeStefano.
Morgan, Ted, and Mark, thank you so much. Kay, as you well. Governor Rell, thank you and your family for being here tonight. The day in WTNH, thank you so much. Kathy DeStefano, thank you. I love you. I also heard the second answer that I hope I never to hear, no matter how long I'm in politics, that I've never made a mistake. So that's the second I've heard. I'll tell you this. Let's be keenly aware of something, that as we sit here tonight at home or in this audience, that half a world away, people are waking up. And they're waking up determined, hardworking, with a focus, and they're waking up with the intent to take our jobs and take our prosperity. I will bet on the people of Connecticut any day, any time. Any day, any time to show up. Any day, any time to commit to the dedication and the effort and the energy to grow jobs. This is something Connecticut can do. For 2.5 years, Governor Rell's had that opportunity. Had the opportunity to stand up for working families crushed by property taxes. She offers no plan. Stand up for working families paying incredible energy costs. didn't stand up. And to this moment, there are more children and people without health care in this state over the last 2 years than when this governor took office. We deserve the chance to do better. Our people are up to it. It's time for leadership to be up to the possibilities of all that Connecticut can be. This is what we can do. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Governor Rell, you have 2 minutes. Please, audience, we're almost quiet, please. 2 minutes, Governor Rell.
Thank you very much, and I also want to say thank you to our moderators and to our guests that came and joined us in the audience tonight. But I want to share something with our audience. Ladies and gentlemen, I never thought I'd be governor of this beautiful state, and certainly not under the circumstances in which I became governor. But I knew on that day that I took the oath of office and raised my right hand, I knew exactly what our state needed. I knew that day that what we needed was someone to say, it's going to be okay. We're going to get through this. We're going to survive this. And we did that. We're going to be stronger for all of this. And we did that. Our state needed a leader. They needed leadership then more than at any other time in our state. And I provided that leadership. Shortly after that, I faced my own health issues. And let me share with you that I was an experience that I will tell you brought a new perspective to me personally. It also taught me very strongly that if you can get through that, you can get through anything. Well, I thought almost anything. And then I was putting together our first budget. And we were facing a $1.5 billion deficit. And that deficit was something that we were working hard to try to close. And working again across party lines, working with Republicans and Democrats, we closed that budget deficit. And we ended up with a surplus, and we actually adjourned the legislature on time for the first time in over 5 years. I'll tell you, then the Pentagon came to us and said they wanted to close our subbase. Once again, we worked together in a bipartisan way to make sure that they understood that we were not going to let that happen. We worked for ethics reform, contracting reform, yes, campaign finance reform. And again, I will tell you that I proposed and passed the most comprehensive transportation initiative in over 20 years. Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to serve as your governor, and I'm proud to serve as your governor.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
On behalf of the day, thank you, candidates and panelists, for making the debate